Hey, Pisces, welcome. This is November 2025, and it's your horoscope reading. We're going to cover how lucky you are in a beautiful water trine hooked right up to your sign. It's got some Jupiter blessings. It could bring fertility, children, grandchildren, even some financial fortune like winning money. But it also has an essence to align you more deeply and truly with what you enjoy in life, your purpose, the meaning of life, a sense of being completely satisfied because you are aligned with your dharmic purpose, your reason for being here. So it's a beautiful, beautiful, rare sky. And I hope you're going to enjoy our conversation for your sign. All about it. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And I do it week by week. We're going to go week by week. If you're new to my channel, my name is Lori Lothian. Yes, it is. This is Western Tropical Zodiac Astrology. It is not sidereal. It's not Vedic. Number two, if you're new to my channel, my mantra is to time your best life. It's not just a slogan. I believe astrology helps us navigate our life to make decisions and move into the right flow of life itself. And one way to do that is to look at astrology proactively. And so I'm going to be delivering to people's inboxes, mailboxes on December 1st, my 2025 All Signs Bundle. What that means is I'm recording 12 videos from 2 to 2.5 hours per sign. And there's also a PDF guidebook overview that I'm writing myself, not AI, about the year ahead. And if you want that product, it's my pre-sale price of $44. It ends December 1st. I'm still creating the product. You're buying it as I make it, and then you get a price that the general public won't receive when it's actually fully available on December 1st onward. And it helps me buy microphones, laptops, hire staff to help me out, like video editors and thumbnail guys. And now I need a customer service person. It also helps me with the idea that I want to create a scholarship fund to allow people to be able to take some of my courses or even a reading with me should sometime ever emerge again, who are in financial hardship. And I can apply that money towards the scholarship as well. So check it out below. It's in the description box. I hope that makes sense to you. You're not going to get it now. You're going to buy it now. You're going to get it December 1st. All right. And let's get going. Let me show you your sky. I want you to see what I'm seeing. I want you to see the actual big water triangle here. See it? There we go. Water is burbling up. And this water trine has been here already in October. That was really strengthened by Mars and some of the sun in October. This is October 31st, Halloween. There you go. It's a story. It's a story that we've been experiencing of a lot of water last month. I'm recording October 22nd. It's possible that by the time you see this video, we've had a major tidal wave, flood, hurricane. It is water for the world, but in our own lives, it's emotion, flow, ease, grace, and goodness, intuition, the courtesy of the Jupiter story here. So let's start off with you. We're going to begin November the 1st. On November 1st, right away, we can't help but notice that Jupiter is in a very tight trine to Saturn. Jupiter is in the house of your children. This is a very strong time for your fertility with your kids. I mean, if they want to make babies and they're adults, they're okay. If you want to make babies, you're good to go as well. This is a very fertility, children-based energetic. And trining Saturn is discipline, perseverance, and hard work. Now, if you don't have kids and you don't want to get pregnant, you're focused, sober-minded, make your dreams come true, ambitious, worldly success combination here, flowing to Jupiter, means that you are activating the potential for great prosperity from the house of good fortune, but it's most likely to come through creative and artistic projects or entrepreneurial endeavors. And you might also experience prosperity with, because of, or connected to a sibling too younger than you. And this combination between Saturn and Jupiter is in play all week long. If you wanted to win money from a gaming, speculation, gambling, or lottery, that's the 5th house. Jupiter brings you luck in the 5th house. Saturn rules the house of windfalls. So therefore, you are one of the signs that in the month of November should play a lottery ticket. You just never know. You could also prosper from a sibling one older than you. So these are stories to keep in mind. On November the 1st to about the 3rd, there's a tension between Venus and Jupiter. And this is about the money you share with a spouse, the money that you have in your savings, like your 401k, retirement investments, perhaps, the money you have from inheritances, spousal support, chunks of money, tax rebates, insurance payouts, that kind of stuff. That's not earned money. It's you share it with another person. Like I get royalty income, right, for my book publishing deal. But let's say that. Well, you share most of that money with the publisher. So shared resources. So that money looks to me like it's going to have a golden opportunity in the house of good fortune, but helping you heal a chironic wound around self-worth and value and money. Because you might have noticed in 2019 onward that things to do with your financial resources and your wallet and your pocketbook have been wounded. You might feel like you're not doing as well as you should on the financial front. There are other things it could be, over that time, like issues with your dental health or your teeth or your face, sure. But Venus is addressing particularly the money story here. And Jupiter says a lucky break, a positive development, a golden opportunity. And if there's any money stories of hardship or challenges that one of your children has been experiencing, they may also break free and break through of a financial challenge that they've been encountering in their life. So it's a beautiful financial story for you, but it heals a deeper wound that you've been experiencing since 2019 in the house of possessions, earnings, resources, and money. Now, the other element we want to talk about after this is that Mars in Scorpio is getting ready to move out of Scorpio and into the Sagittarius. Back in September 22nd, he entered your ninth house. This may have been a time in which you were disengaging from a sibling too old, or disengaging from your spiritual path, disengaging from your meditation practice, or maybe excitedly and passionately studying in an academic setting, or maybe even working very, very hard in some kind of like ninth house thing, book publishing, academic environments, essays, and things like that. Or maybe you also were traveling abroad to foreign lands and shores. That Mars can do that up there as well. And so as Mars is ready to leave Scorpio and move into Sagittarius, he's going to crash into an opposition to Uranus. Now, before I tell you about that, and this is going to happen on the 4th of November, I want you to notice that you can see Mercury was already opposing Uranus as we got into the month, right? So October 29th, October 30th, October 31st, there's an unexpected bit of news coming, and it's coming in connection to fourth house matters, home, property, land, real estate. It's also connected to your spouse, because this is the house, Mercury rules the house of the spouse. So spouse and home and unexpected and surprising developments is the best code for that. It doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be bad at all. It's just unexpected. And then when that is occurring, what you see next in the story is that you see Mars follows up. And when Mars enters here on November 4th, it's decision-making time. It's action-taking time. Whatever information came to you at the end of November, by the way, Charlie Kirk's one of his trials coming back to court is on October 30th. I think we're going to have some unexpected, surprising revelations then. But for you, it's home, career, reputation, spouse as well. And maybe because the South Node is in the house of the spouse, some loss that the spouse is going through. And all of a sudden now here you are, you and spouse, you as well, needing to maybe make some decisions and take some solid action on the new evidence, information, situation that has been revealed to you. And Mercury rules for property, land, and real estate, legal contracts and deals, rules the spouse, rules domestic matters, and you're acting on it and taking bold action. Now you'll have Mars here in this part of your sky all the way till December 15th. So this is where you will be working hard. Like I just got over that, guys. I'm an Aquarius rising. I'm like burning out, man. I've been working my ass off, teaching Sky Reader, doing my YouTube videos for you guys, doing my Patreon community. This is literally you working hard. So if you are not working hard right now, trust me, by November the 4th, add till mid-December, you're working hard and you're passionate and you're dedicated and you're determined and you're steadfast and you're working hard, and you could burn out. I'm not going to lie, but you're doing the thing you need to do to get what you need done. And that's the story. It's your gig. I don't care if you're working entrepreneurially, working in your job, but you're working hard. If you want to quit a job, and you don't have to, but sometimes Mars up there is like you get your job, you quit your job quits you. That can happen too. But for most people, especially when Mars is not in debility, you're just working very hard. And as Mars enters into this part of your chart with Mercury, you'll notice that he sextiles Pluto. That's a very nice feeling of accomplishing some kind of powerful increase in your wealth because you're working and you're getting on it and you're making those decisions. This could be starting a new job, even in this kind of chart. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, as we move forward and we notice that we're into the next week of the month and we trundle ahead, you're going to notice that on the 7th, 8th kind of thing, the news story is Venus squares Pluto. So 7th, 8th, 9th, Venus and Pluto are having a disagreement. It could look like a argument with a sibling too older about money. It could look like difficulties with addictions and self-undoing and needing to really lean into your spiritual guides and advisors who are or therapists who are pressuring you to quit your addiction. It could look like some challenges with visas and passports and connected to long distance travel. It could also look like you might be struggling with a power struggle as you are your own worst enemy and defeating yourself in some area of your life. And Venus is going to try to bring your attention to that. And it could even look like an academic challenge if you're in university or college, and some power struggles and push through needed there. This doesn't last very long. And if you're in a legal court battle, then some challenges during that time as well. Now, moving forward, November 7th, you're going to see that Uranus will go back into Taurus, which is important because it's finishing a story that's been playing out since 2018. And so when Uranus moves back into your third house, where he was traveling since 2018 May, you're going to see that you're going to kind of grand finale by next April 29th. That's how long he's there. Themes to do with erratic, surprising, and unexpected developments and changes, as well as digital success. You know, social media, digital revenue, digital life, social media life, virtual reality life, you know, the other life, the virtual world, the digital world, the internet world. That is Uranus third house stuff. And maybe some of you can go back and go, oh yeah, like back in 2018 and 19, I began to really mesh myself in the digital world. And this is also writing and writing projects and excitement and what do you call it, originality and inventiveness. Anyway, he's going back to finish up. Certainly it's good if you're a writer because you can be very, very original with this. And you're going to have Venus in the house of publication. So you might get some breakthrough energy here too, publications, publishing with Venus's support. And Venus and Scorpio in the house of book publishing and publishing itself. It's not a long story. She's only there until December 1st. So it's kind of like November 6th to December 1st. And add Uranus retrograde, November 7th to December 1st. Really nice energy for you to have some breakthroughs in writing, communicating, publishing. Also travel. You might have had erratic travel, unexpected travel, maybe unexpected neighborhood changes or situations with neighbors or a sibling one younger. I'm itemizing all the meanings of the third house. And now you're going to have some other things going on there again. You're going to return to that. But not to worry. I mean, Venus up in the ninth house is going to also try to bring you some international success or some blessings to do with publications and writing, and look forward to that as well. And Jupiter will retrograde on November the 11th. November 11th is a Remembrance Day in North America for the wars and stuff like that. And Jupiter has been moving forward in your fifth house of good fortune. It's a house of your children. It's a house of your romantic partnerships. It's a house of love, romance, sex. It's a house of your creative and entrepreneurial projects and your children. Now, when Jupiter got here at the end of June, some of you really got a love up in your love life, right? More romance, more affection, more sex, or just like a new romance blossoming that really felt amazing. Now that Jupiter's retrograding, if you got a new romance starting like June onwards, really picking up steam. Now it's retracting or going back. So some of you might experience a slowdown or a retrenchment in the good fortune of your entrepreneurial and creative endeavors or your romantic life. Yeah, you know, Jupiter retrograde is just a stillness time. It's like inward momentum for deep truth and knowledge to emerge. And there's that. Romantic lovers from the past could come back to you as well. And Jupiter's retrograding here through till March 11th. So it's a long time of Jupiter retrograde. And so the outer bounty is going to be the inner bounty. As for winning a lottery ticket, unless you're finding an old lottery ticket under your sofa that you purchased when he was direct, it's most likely best to try to play that lottery and win before November the 11th. Okay, but don't overdo it. This is not financial advice either. Now, with Venus in your ninth house and Jupiter here, grandchildren are possible. And I'm just saying, maybe one of your children is having children. Forget about the retrograde, just Jupiter, and you'll be announcements or will be grandchildren coming into the story. On November the 11th through the 13th, Mercury head-on collides with Mercury with Mars. Mercury entered Scorpio, Sagittarius in late October. He was at 3 degrees on November 1st. He went to 6 degrees and on the 10th of November changed his mind and decides to turn around. And on the 19th of November goes back into your 9th house. Now, what this means is that you want to go ahead in some career direction, new job, new career, new focus, maybe announcements regarding relationship. You know, we're divorced, we're separated, we're getting married. And everyone was moving towards, this is the story. And now we're going to go backwards on the 10th of November and think about it and retrench and not know what we're going to do until December 12th, when Mercury re-enters your 10th house. And he has to go back to the 9th, which means he has to go back and look at meaning, purpose, dharma, and grandchildren, writing projects, weddings, churches, churches, synagogues, religious settings, international things. So wedding dates being recalibrated or changed or things like that. Now, when he is going to bump into Mars, Mercury's information, Mars is action and decisions. I would say that there's something very specific, November 11th to 13th, that you need to take an action on and make a decision on, connected to career, home, property, marriage, relationship, and self. And you've got the information. Now you're going to take the action plan and do something with it. Could be getting your pink slip. It could be you signing or putting your resignation letter in, or it could be something else. But there's something going on important there. And, Mercury ruling the marriage house, right, is importantly, it could be about your partner in marriage. It's not even your story. So keep that in mind. And Mars rules legal matters, including visas. So it could be a travel related situation that you need to make a decision on and take some action on. Also can involve land, property, and real estate. Okay. Now, the next thing to pay attention to as we move into the 14th to the 21st, the next week, is a golden opportunity forming by Jupiter in a beautiful flow to the sun. Now, Jupiter is retrograde, but he's still Jupiter, and he can bring bounty and blessings with the sun. This can look like a few things. You might think of it as, you'll feel it like the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. You might feel it as a golden opportunity to buy a home, to sell a home, to refinance a home, to pay off a debt, to eliminate a debt, to have a lucky, prosperous thing occurring in your home that gives you chunky money that you're not earning directly. And maybe some also legacy wealth from mom, dad, family of origin, grandparents, who knows, grandparent in the hospital sick, 12th house, Saturn. And you're learning that from an elder family member. Oh, shoot. Sorry, Pisces. I lost you. Sorry. What I just said, ignore it. Sorry. I wasn't looking. I apologize. It's just for what we just said. Okay. It's just for that last part of the golden opportunity because the essential time didn't hold. Damn it, Janet. Let's go by day next time. Okay. I apologize. So you're my last sign today. Recording. All right. So back to the golden opportunity. The golden opportunity is happening in the 9th house of God and the 5th house of children. I mean, this is classic. You're going to become a grandparent, or there's some blessing for one of your grandchildren, or you're going to be pregnant, or your partner is. But the golden opportunity can also involve entrepreneurial and creative projects connected to international exposure. This is ideal for anyone in the publishing industry who wants to get a deal for a book publishing contract, especially. And the other energy about that could be a really golden opportunity for international travel or academic acceptance into your favorite school, only particularly if it's connected to some talent or gift you naturally hold, almost like you could go study your favorite hobby, and it's connected to the past with retrograde Jupiter. So maybe you thought of applying for that school, or you turned it down before and now you're going to get in, or maybe you applied and you didn't get in and now you're on the second list and you got in. That's the kind of vibe that I see here between Jupiter in the 5th and the sun in the 9th house. Now, moving into the next part of the story. Oh my God, I've got this sore throat that everyone's fighting off. Moving to the next part of the story is Mercury sextiling Pluto. Pluto, yes, power, Mercury, information and use. Quite often, this kind of energy looks like information that was hidden from view, especially in the 12th, being revealed to you. Something you couldn't see was hidden in the back end, invisible to view, and you might receive the knowledge in a very publicly informed way. I don't know what that means, but this is the house of the visible actions, public status in the world, and some secretive hidden information is revealed. But with the retrograde Mercury, it's from you knew this could happen. You thought about it before. It's connected to the past. Backroom deals and negotiations favoring you for new job opportunities connected to career and work. This passes. And then you move into the next story. This is going to be Mercury moving into Scorpio. He's going to be in Scorpio because of the retrograde until December the 15th. No. Sorry. What date does he come out of there? Until December 12th. Then he'll be back in your 10th house. Nothing really is going to be finalized about your career and reputation stuff and your spouse and weddings, but even until after December 15th. We need him back in your 10th house. But as he retrogrades into your 9th house, and we see he's trining Neptune, of course, opposite Uranus. There's like a vibe of, first of all, exquisite ease, flow, and imagination. Maybe the opportunity for a dream to be realized and come true in an unexpected and surprising way. For those of you who are writing, communicating, marketing, and selling online worlds, this is a lovely energy that really supports something good trying to happen for you. And I love that energy. And I would also indicate, it could also indicate a breakthrough in your life involving a sibling that is one younger than you, or a sibling connected to you by two older than you, or both of those. All right. And if you want to look at this as a download, insight, radical change of any kind, it could also be a radical change of plans regarding travel, locally or domestically or internationally. But because you've got such an anchor from steadfast Saturn and Neptune in your sign, it's going to be realized by you as the most realistic and best change of plans anyway. You go, oh yeah, that makes more sense. I'm good with this disruption of my plans for travel. You could go viral in the internet world, and this could bring you a huge amount of sustainable long-term success, especially if you're using videography platforms. And that is true. Also, it's good for getting that book publishing deal because Mercury represents the agent here. And that's going to be playing out, as I mentioned, on November 19th and 20th and even 21st. But then also in concert with the new moon at 28 degrees of Scorpio, offering you a fresh start and a new beginning that bakes in this element of surprise, excitement, exhilaration. Viral online stuff is one of them. And it also connects you really strongly to your spiritual life. If you're pursuing a spiritual path connected to meditation or, God or traditions of religion, seeking the truth and wisdom of reality and being aligned with purpose and dharma. And that new beginning, fresh start is like a compass needle pointing straight to true north. And it's powered up by not only Mercury and Uranus and Saturn and your sign, North Node of fate, but it's also powered up by Venus. And that's important because Venus is watching this lunation and she's got an opinion about it. And she could bring you situations in your life that realize chunky money, which means, by the way, you could win some money with Jupiter. She could bring this like new beginning, fresh start energy to indicate a new beginning in love with somebody who's from a country foreign to the one in which you were born in, because that's what Venus is doing in the 9th house. She's loving a foreign land or from a foreigner or a foreign place. And she could also increase your luck with this 6 months that follows this moon, because this is one of the luck houses and it's flowing to the house of good fortune with lucky Jupiter. And in a general vibe, as this moon indicates a lucky vibe for the next 6 months, but also pay attention to November 19th plus 2 weeks to see some of the flavors of this new moon and figure out where the luck is coming from. And are you lucky in love in a distant land? Are you lucky in book publishing? Are you lucky in your spiritual endeavors and your spiritual seeking as well? Finally, on November 20th, Mercury will co-join the Sun in a Cazimi. I'm doing a free webinar. There's limited spots. Sign up below. And that webinar will dive into how this is part of a once-in-a-lifetime trine and cover some minor asteroids. It includes a meditation. And this is going to be simply a divine download. This can literally be two things. You get on November 20th, a phone call, text, or email to do with all the themes of the 9th house, a book publishing deal, a spiritual mentor reaches out, some definitive news or information about travel to a foreign country, some story around foreign love and distant love relationships, and an email, missive, or phone call or conversation that's pivotal and game-changing on November the 20th. And it's also a divine download from in the house of God, from God or the Sun, the divine intelligence. So you definitely want to use that in a more meditative way as well. Moving into the last week of the month, it's one long story. It just drags on, but in a positive way. It's this beautiful water trine that also is forming a kite. But the water trine is formative for luck, flow, ease, and grace. I'm going to give you the lay of the land. It's not too long, actually, because it's just one thing from the 20th to the end of the month. This thing is happening. We start off with the sun basically on the 19th to the 21st. Saying, I've got the triangle, I've got this, I've got the kite, I'm holding it, I've got the whole thing. But this is about karmic debts, dating, pets, rental properties, and work, and flow, ease, and success. Then Mercury takes a hold of the kite and it begins to change on the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And it becomes, I've got the kite, I'm holding it, I've got some stories to tell. It's about committed love, soulmate love, destined love, committed long-term relationship decisions and actions. It's about your home, property, land, and real estate. And do you want to move it to another country? It's about, or go back to your homeland if you move to another country. And it's finally also perhaps about a possibility of some major breakthrough with a spiritual guide, mentor, or coach or teacher. And you'll notice that Mercury also talks to Venus, and that's really powerful energy. Could bring you some fortunate, chunky money, some financial wins. It could bring you a great gain in your career. It's news, though. Mercury says, I'm bringing news, and news from a female. What is it? Who is this female delivering the news? Moving into the Venus story, she holds the triangle. She says everything I said, but it's more focused on Venus's powers, travel, trips, education, learning, chunks of money. She could bring all of that into the forefront, and also some financial gains. And this is also very much connected to, again, is someone having a child or a grandchild being conceived or being announced that there's a conception or even a birth of a grandchild. And that's something you might experience here around November 26th. And at very long last, the more acute surprise of Venus holding this particular kite. I'm losing you again. Sorry, guys. I've lost you again. Venus, I can't do it without a lot of work. So just trust me. Venus comes here and she'll be around the 27th, 8th, 9th, November 30th. She'll begin to pick up the kite and also the trine. And so now we get a surprise that Venus is delivering. It could be exhilarating, shocking, surprising, but blessed. It's really great for romantic surprises. You know what I mean? Like whatever that looks like, fertility surprises, whatever that looks like. And it's really good for stabilizing long-term love in surprising ways, and romantic love becoming more stabilized as well. That's what I have for you. I hope that's useful. We're going to draw a card for you from the everyone got a card except two signs. I think unfortunately Taurus and Gemini got ripped off. I do apologize. Kim Kranz, the Wild Unknown, Animal Spirit deck. I love this deck. We're giving you some clues. Oh, yes, you can lower my hand. The Tagger, burning bright. Lots of fire in a Tagger, right? And you're not that. You're water. You're floppy and mutable. Your fish is going in two directions. But let's see what we get for Tagger. How does that work for you this month of November? My God, I've got to definitely take some of my B-Pol and lozenges because I've been fighting this sore throat and I've had a headache today. And I swear I'm not the only one. It's going around. Everyone's got the laryngitis from it. I seem to be doing really well compared to people I've known who've come down with whatever this is. Have you guys had it yet? Sore throat, laryngitis. Some people get a cough. I don't have a cough. But now today's the day of the headache. And I slept like 10 hours yesterday and the day before. So I think it's the CVID. I think it's just the latest iteration. I'm coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I can't find it. Don't forget to check my description box for everything about me. You know the drill. Don't forget to come to my free webinar. on Mercury. And don't forget to buy my product. That helps to fundraise my business. Okay, guys. I'm sorry, it's taken me a long time, but we'll find the tagger in here. We will. Cheat out there. In the month of November, Pisces, you are going to find the best advice for you. The keywords are lunar force, ease in the darkness, and feminine energy. You are going to find, and we've got Venus in the 9th house. We're going to find that when you're in balance, you are passionate, strong, and sensual. So I want you to think all month long on passionate, strong, and sensual. But if you are off balance, you are overstimulated. Turn off the TV, turn off the Netflix, meditate. And to bring yourself into balance, candle gazing, trataka. Well, that's a meditation. I gaze at my fire every morning in my living room. I'm always up at dawn, even when I'm not feeling well, and most times. And I just love to look at the fire. That's good candle gazing, and I come to an inner stillness. Oh, anyway, that's what I got for you guys. If you haven't liked and subscribed and you're one of my regulars, would you do so? You've probably been unsubbed. They went through a massive dump of subs in October, mid-October to where I'm recording, October 22nd. I could see that I got like, okay, 50 people subscribed off the video just released in the first 24 hours. And it said I had 2 new subscribers. That's because 50 people subscribed and they dumped out another 48. So check to see if you're still subscribed. I so don't know how I deal with YouTube. I'm so patient with that platform. See you guys soon. Ciao, ciao. Love you. I am exhausted. I think I'm going to take a nap before my Patreon Horary meeting. Goodbye all. Ciao, ciao.